Good afternoon. So today I thought I would talk about all the things that people don't tell you about moving to Atlanta. It's not all that you see online, and I think that um, if I had watched a video like the one I'm about to make, it might have probably wouldn't have changed my mind. I probably still would have come out here, but it would have given me a different or a better perspective on what to expect. So yeah. So everybody talks about Atlanta, it's like the Black Mecca, the vibe, the, this is the impression I had, the togetherness. I read this book years ago called Makes Me Wanna Holler by Nathan McCall. And you probably got to be my age to even know that book. I don't know if people are even still reading books, but anyhow, I read that book, and ever since I read that book in the 90s, I really always wanted to be here. I felt that Atlanta, it was just my soulmate. But, a few things caught me off guard about living here, being here, that I didn't expect. But I will say that, I'll get into that later. So the first thing is that Atlanta is not as black, and I mean the city of Atlanta is not as black as you would think it, or the way it's portrayed. So gentrification is real, and it has happened in the city of Atlanta. I think that a lot of the native people who are native to the city of Atlanta have been pushed out to the suburbs. And so, like the city, and that's like, I think, with any urban city nowadays, I feel gentrification is just the new normal. But yes, I did definitely notice gentrification is big here. To people who look like me, have probably been priced out of the city of Atlanta, but there are some really nice neighborhoods in the suburbs of Atlanta. And so, if anybody from Toronto is watching this and you want a comparison, it would be like, for living in downtown Toronto, you could find fairly decent housing, affordable, still places in like Scarborough or Mississauga. So, the other thing about Atlanta is the hustle is everywhere. Everybody's hustling. Everybody's trying to do something, to be somebody. Um, and so, that part of it is good, and but it can also be exhausting. Because for me, everything's not a hustle. And so yeah, I'm learning that with the people that you meet here. I think everybody is very transactional here. What can you do for me, kind of thing. And if you can't do something for the they're just gonna move on to the next situation. Which, again, if you're native to Atlanta, or if you've been here long enough, maybe that's just the that's just how you have to move here, right? I don't know. I'm still finding out. Um, Another thing is that I feel like there's a lot of show here, performance, branding, and bonding. Like everything is just very performative here, right? I've, yeah. If I had to think about the words that I would use, I would say, yeah, everything is like, it's really hard well, again, I've only been here for a year. June, this month makes it 1 year, and which is why I'm making the video. But, you know, I haven't met or made any kind of meaningful friendships or relationships. Um, Nothing has like felt right yet. And again, I think it's just because the culture here, everybody is kind of looking for, how can I benefit from this situation, as opposed to, is this a good person, and I don't know. Anyways, this is just my observation. I haven't met everybody in Atlanta, so I don't know. This is just like my um, brief observation. So yeah, you'll feel pressure here. I feel like to always be trying to do something, and me, I'm intentional about not. I hardly leave my house. I don't go very many places, and yeah, I protect my peace here. Which leads into the other thing that I really didn't understand is traffic. Traffic here in Atlanta, the greater Atlanta area, is a nightmare. It makes me not want to drive because I'm already I'm like a granny driver. I think I have PTSD about being on the highways and stuff here. So, or in general. So here it just makes it worse. People here drive really crazy. You'll notice that cars have like side swipes in them. You see damage a lot on the cars. I can just be. It's very nerve-wracking for me to be in the car. So it's to the point for me where I have my GPS set to um, avoid the highway. I don't take the highway. A crazy story. Um, just like getting on the highway the other day, a car just decided that, you know what, he didn't want to wait in the traffic, so he just started hitting cars just to get by, just boom 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 boom, like really. So yeah, traffic is a nightmare. So it's not even just the bad driving, it's the amount of traffic that's on the road. There's always a wreck on the highway. Every single day there will be a wreck, which causes a delay. So your GPS may say that it's going to take you 20 minutes to get somewhere, and it ends up taking an hour. That's very, very normal here. Again, another reason why I don't really leave my house. So I guess I'll leave with this. If you are a grounded individual and a creative person, Atlanta is definitely the place for you, I would say. I love the weather for sure. I like the nature, the aesthetic. It's beautiful here. Um, but you have to be very grounded in who you are, or else it will eat you up if if you um, if you allow it to. It can get that way here, from what I've seen so far. You need to come to Atlanta with a purpose, not just on a whim. You have to have a plan. Um, I suggest make sure you have good credit, um, because if you are not financially stable and you don't have good credit, housing alone will be a challenge. One thing they don't show you on the TV is that there are a lot of homeless families here, and I mean like literally families, men, women, and children homeless. And that's not something that I ever saw before I came to Atlanta. So you have to kind of be careful here. Don't just watch the videos online. Again, people who live here, they don't tell you the truth about what really is the hustle is like here. It's not easy. Um, a lot of the times, the stuff that you see online with people who say they live here and are doing well, it's none of that stuff is theirs. The cars aren't theirs. The houses aren't theirs. They're rented. Some people are like 2 steps away from being homeless themselves, like what I just explained to you in terms of seeing whole families living, you know, um, outside in tents. So yeah, but yeah, that's pretty much it that I will have to say about Atlanta. And those are just things that people probably won't tell you about being here. But again, I have no regrets. I love it here. I'm gonna try to make it work. I haven't given up. I will stay until the universe says, maybe this ain't for you. But so far, so good. Anyhow, enjoy the rest of your day, guys. Thanks for listening. Bye.